She's been there from day one. Hulk Hogan walks in the door, has creative control now. Bro, if Sasha was smart and wants to get over with the locker room, she will do the favor.
What's going on, everybody? This is Dr. Chris Featherstone here for another episode of the Wrestling Outlaws. I am here with, look at him, man. Oh, look, and the thing is, you can tell you've been working out, man. You start to get some definition. Look at that. Look at that. How much? What's a typical workout for you,
bro? You don't want to know how much weight I'm working out with, bro.
Am I going to be intimidated?
No, you're gonna be. I'm gonna be embarrassed. No, I'm gonna be embarrassed, bro. Not you're gonna be intimidated. Trust me, bro.
I mean, hey, man. You know, it's, anything is better than nothing, man.
Yes.
So, well done. Keep it going, man. Have you gotten to the point of enjoying it, or do you still feel
I hate it, bro. I hate it. I hate it, man. One day I'll just walk. The next day I'll do cardio and weights. Then I'll walk the next day. I hate the weight day. I hate it,
really? Bro. Well, why do you hate the weight day?
I've never enjoyed it my whole life. It's just, I don't enjoy it. But I've done it, bro. Like I've done it since January, man. I've not missed a day.
It's been that long now, 6 months?
Yeah.
Wow, impressive. Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about the subject at hand, and that is Mercedes Mone saying that she has creative control in AEW, and she's making a ton of money, has creative control, and she has 2 belts as of this recording now. She won them at Forbidden Door, and she was already TBS champion. So she's becoming a belt collector with this creative control. Vince being caught up in a huge saga regarding creative control about when was that? Bash at the Beach and the big, that was 2000?
Yeah.
The big moment there. So almost 24 years ago, being involved in a huge creative control battle issue with Hogan. So you know how that can be such a backfiring decision from the executives. Mercedes Mone has creative control in AEW, and she's already made remarks of desiring to have that WWE still in her head, in the forefront, in the soon to be, as a goal. And so, knowing that Mercedes Mone wouldn't be necessarily someone you can bank on to be like a flagship player for the next 10 years, why would you give her creative control, man?
Bro, it doesn't matter. Even if she was a bankship player for the next 10 years. Bro, think about it this way. This is entertainment. It's a television show. Can you imagine an actor like, De Niro? Okay, bro. Yeah. Martin, I'll sign on to The Godfather, but I've got creative control. Like, can you imagine an actor pulling that in a movie or a television show where every time they get the script, it's horrible. I don't care. It's got nothing to do with where you are on the card. It is horrible. Why, bro? Because your creative control is going to affect other people. That's why you're not doing an angle by yourself, bro. You're involved with other people. So now if you have creative control, that is involving other people on the roster. It's horrible, bro. I remember, Dixie kind of hired Eric and Hulk behind my back. And I'll never forget, bro, when she had to tell me she hired them. She was scared to death. And I'll never forget, I said, Dixie, this is your company. You can hire whoever you want to hire. I can work with anybody. I said, my only advice to you is do not give creative control because it will be a nightmare. And what did they do, bro? They gave Hulk Hogan creative control. And, bro, the last time we saw Hulk Hogan on that show, he was walking out of the building and Dixie was clutching onto his... Yeah, that was Hogan's creative control, making her look...
He did that?
Absolutely, bro. Making her look like an absolute idiot. Bro, you can never give creative control. I swear, I would tell Tony, yeah, bro, pay her $10 million before you give her creative control.
Yeah. Man, I know a lot about the backstage goings on, and as far as just who caused this and who did this, just through research and people in the business telling me, but I love learning new stuff.
Yeah.
I never knew that Hogan.
Oh, absolutely. That's why he did it. That's why he did it, bro. And she couldn't say no.
Oh, wow. Was it embarrassing for her?
Well, I wasn't there. I mean, I wasn't there, but it had to be, bro. But, bro, it's funny because that's why, like, and here's another thing. I've said this before, Chris. That night at Bash of the Beach, I had no problem with Hulk playing that creative control card because they gave it to him. If he was able to get that, just like her, good for you. My problem was he already agreed to a finish. Then, like 2 hours before showtime, he changed his mind. That's what I had an issue with. I didn't have an issue with him playing that card, but my point is she can do the same thing. Sure. She could say at 9 o'clock, I'm doing this. At 10 o'clock, I'm doing this. You can't give that to talent, bro.
Check out BrainBuster, the daily quiz that tests your WWE knowledge with winning streaks, stats, and more. It's time to see if you're up for the challenge.
Yeah. And that really causes dissension, even within the talent because, someone's trying to earn their stripes and, build their ranking up. And all of a sudden you can just have one big kibosh, from Mercedes. And something that you mention all the time, there's some pettiness to go within backstage that some people don't like people. And there's always poking and jabbing and things like that. Wonder if she doesn't like somebody, you know what I mean? And
bro,
doesn't give her an opportunity.
I just did my show with Stevie Ray today. And I swear to God, bro, we were talking about this exact thing because Stevie Ray said when Eric brought Hogan in and Hogan had the creative control, bro, that was a huge problem with the locker room. Because think about it. And bro, it's the same case scenario. You had guys like, Sting and Luger and Harlem Heat and Flair and all those guys that had been there forever. And they were WCW, Buff Bagwell, all of them. Yeah. Now you got this former WWE guy walking in with creative control, and his control is going to affect you?
Yep.
Bro, it's horrible business. I don't care who you are.
Did Hogan see money in Booker T at all?
Yes, because Stevie has told me stories of when Hulk came on board, he really wanted to push Hall of Meat. So yes, he did. Yes, yeah, bro. That night, bro. Here's what that was all about. I don't want to get into Bash of the Beach, but it had nothing to do with Booker T. Hogan got paid every time he was on TV. So in his mind, if I got the belt, I got to be on TV. That's why he wanted the belt. It was all about money. It was no slight at Booker T whatsoever. If I have that belt, they got to write me on television, and I'm gonna make a payday every week.
And that was at the expense of overshadowing Jeff Jarrett and Booker T that night.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the unfortunate part about that. Did Booker T feel slighted backstage after winning? Because of all what was going on that night?
Yeah, bro, because it kind of took away his moment. Yeah. Unfortunately, it kind of took away his moment. Yeah,
that is really unfortunate, man.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Yeah.
Yeah. And the way that he was being pushed at that time was pretty cool, too. Like he was in the television championship. He just kind of branched off to a singles competitor, changed his gear, you know what I mean? And it was cool because he was feuding with like Rick Martel at the time, Perry Saturn at the time. And it was a really cool television, Chris Benoit too. And there was some really cool television championship matches there that really kind of got his feet wet as far as the fans were really into it. He'd do the raise the roof and the fans would do it. And people got into him, man. It was pretty cool. He transitioned very well into becoming a single star. There's some people that struggles to transition, you know, when they break away, but Booker T, he transitioned very, very well, man. So it was a really good moment for him. So I'm glad that it wasn't a one and done for him, and he ended up really cemented his legacy as a known tag wrestler, but just as much of a known singles wrestler too. But we shall see where this creative control takes Mercedes Mone. So, you know, I like doing over and unders with you, man. So over and under, let's say their next they got a pay-per-view or two. They got All In, and then they have like a November pay-per-view. So by the end of the year, 6 months, 5 months before the end of the year, a little over. So let's do January, mid-January. So over or under mid-January, so a little over 6 months, Mercedes Mone will be AEW Women's Champion.
God, bro, she's got to be smarter than that. She's got to be smarter than that because, you know, Chris, bro, if I'm Britt Baker, okay, I was there from day one. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, Britt Baker is just as good as Sasha Banks, if not better. The only difference is Britt Baker was not in the WWE. That's the only difference, bro. She's a really good performer. She's been there from day one. Hulk Hogan walks in the door, has creative control now. Bro, if Sasha was smart and wants to get over with the locker room, she will do the favor if it's all about her, because that's what Stevie said to me today. He said, bro, when Hulk got creative control, he made it all about him. What was best for him, not what was best for the show, not what was best for the locker room, what was best for him. Mm-hmm. So, bro, if she really wants to be a locker room leader and really wants to be respected, then she'll do the favor for somebody else.
Do you think she cares though? Because we've
Probably
seen,
not.
we've seen histories of her having heat with people backstage in WWE, not getting along with people, being, you know, going to business for herself, even quitting the company. So
not only that, Chris, especially with what he's paid her.
Right.
He's made her feel like she literally is Hulk Hogan. With the money he gave her, that's the precedent he set. So I agree with you, bro. She's probably not going to do the right thing.
Yeah, and it feels like, you know, she may think that it's a knock on her brand. You know what I mean? If she allows the Britt Baker to beat her, like who's big Britt Baker? You know what I mean? Like that's essentially what she may be thinking in her head. And she's been known not to be necessarily a company gal. So it's going to be difficult to give all that power to someone who has a history of not really taking.
Bro, you've really got to be mature to be able to handle that.
Sure.
Because you want to let the locker room know, listen, man, I got creative control. If I was able to negotiate that, great. But it is going to be about the team. It is going to be what's best for business. But if you go the other way, bro, you're going to have so much heat in that locker room.
Indeed. And another thing is, do you think she, you know, another reason why she may not care is she could be thinking in her head, this is just a step to WWE again. You know what I mean? This is just a pit stop, you know, before WWE. So
I'm going to bank this money for the X amount of years, and I'm going to have my creative control and do whatever I want. And then boom.
Yep. Back to WWE.